My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. And thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lied for you.
Oh man, that girl couldn't
Okay. No.
All right, what's up, everybody? I know everybody's probably watching a whole nother live. That is fine. That is okay. It is no hard feelings to me. I just want to sit here and discuss what has been said about this case and what is going on, honey. All right, and explain a little bit about self-defense and how there are some pros and cons. Cause I don't want y'all out here looking crazy. No, I don't. So, there are some major pros. The pros increase, confidence, situational awareness, and fitness and stuff like that for self-defense. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I think I put the wrong thing. Laws. I'm sorry. I put fight for your life. No. You have pronats argue that self-defense laws, especially those related to firearms, hold a fundamental right of citizens to protect themselves and their family from harm. The Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Let me share. Because I wanted to do this because I know that we discuss a lot about the Romika Meats case, and there's some people that feel like, there's some things they know about self-defense. But I do want to say this. Number one, self-defense laws are different, and it depends on, and I'm sorry if my screen running slow. I updated my stuff. I don't know what Apple got going on, but y'all got all that money and the stuff that y'all doing. We shouldn't have this slowness now. I need you to get it together. Thank you. Anyway, so self-defense, mainly with laws, we know different states have different laws. We know that it depends on your judicial system, when it's ran by what I believe your Congress and senators, and they have these decisions that go through Supreme Court, and that's what stands for your state, right? So we all know that, right? We all know that, right? It's not hard. But you have protection laws, which is your Second Amendment right of the Constitution. Right? You have the deterrence of crime, which is increasing the likelihood that a victim will respond with force. You have, immediate response. Excuse me. Legal protections in many states self-defense laws offer immunity from civil statutes, but then the cons. So these are the cons, and this is what people I feel like not looking at. You have increased violence and homicide rates. So mainly a lot of people will use the self-defense for the homicide rates. And if you look at the homicide rates, let me see of how many people, or the percentage of people that has used self-defense as their go-to. Let's see. Ratio of self-defense. It's a 2.3, including that people use for self-defense, and it has been tracked as a total of 28,770 justifiable, with the 53% committed by the civilians and 47% committed by law enforcement. So to let you know, that's how many people that just run to a self-defense. But does it all stand for self-defense? No, because once you investigate and you go through, all the things you need, you realize it does not have anything for the constitutional right. Now I'm gonna say this. I say it again. I said it before. This is not towards nobody. This is being honest. If we look at who we have sitting in the seat, this is why everybody think that they have the right to things and to do things. That is not true. I know y'all want to make it look like that, but it ain't that. It's not that. But a lot of the people, it has been misused, and this is one important one: misuse in legal complicity. The responsibility of using lethal force is immense, and legal jeopardy is possible, even in justified puing. Depending on how a district attorney interprets the situation, there's also the risk of individuals that might overestimate their abilities to misinterpret a situation, leading to unnecessary violence. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know the lawyer that she does have one of them. I watched her videos. What? Yeah, in one of my lives when I talked about this case, I had shared her video. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When she broke down that self-defense term, I knew that I knew that she didn't do self-defense right. That lawyer knows that. Can she prove it? Yes. Can she also prove other things? Absolutely. If y'all go watching one of my lives, I shared her information where she was on TikTok talking about self-defense and how it was used. She used King Von's song. I'll leave that there. That's not bashing her unless y'all don't take it. Oh, y'all bet. No, I'm saying I watched her and I'm going to be honest with you. I know how she's going to do this. Now, I had just seen a content creator while I was snooping on another live, because y'all been in my other live 3 hours ago. We had a good live this morning. But on a serious note, now y'all know I joke and everything over here, and I also like to have fun. But I want to let I ain't do my disclaimers. To my new subscribers, listen, I talk about a lot of things over here. I haven't done my political talk in a while. I think we're behind. But just to let y'all know, I talk about crime and other things over here. And we also like to have fun because I do have new followers. So welcome in. Hit the like button, sit down, grab your chair, grab your chocolate, your tea, and let's talk. So now from what I'm hearing, it is claimed that Holly lawyer is trying to remove the main witness statement. That's what this content creator said. So, she basically said that they were trying to remove it. Now, I don't know how true that is, but we finna go over to the land of TikTok. Y'all know I like it over there while it's still free. While it's still free for our rights. All right, let me stop being petty. Y'all know I can't stand that mother. We finna go look at some things. Because while it's still free, shit, while they trying to silence a motherfucker. All right, let's see what some content creators had to say.
So I've been following this Romika Meeks case, the one where she was unalived by her baby's father's other baby mama. I guess she goes by Holly, but her name is Quadeja. I won't be saying her name too much, though, because she does not need the celebrity status or stardom that
we understand that.
she's
I want
probably
you to get to your point.
I will not give that to her.
Today.
What I will say is I kind of been just sitting back watching, like, not just opinions, but real court transcripts and people reading police reports just to get an overall picture of why it's okay for a mother to not be here right now with her child.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way.
Like, please help me understand. But typically in cases like this, it's not rational. That you're not going to understand anything.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people who pull things off like this or do this are not right in the head. As I think my grandma used to say, my mom, bread's not done. When your bread's not done, you do stuff that people whose bread ain't done do. Okay. So if you haven't heard this case, which I don't know who hasn't, but apparently mom dropped her kid off at school. I think it was her 7-year-old son.
Now, I want to pause her because I know I can't play too much of it. I got to do pause in between. Y'all know YouTube is strict a little when they want to be. No shade. But I want to say this. Okay, so I'm going to tell you why I got hooked on this case, because that's something I could never do to nobody. I don't care what beef we got. I always say the kids come first. I don't give a damn. Listen, fuck all that. Kids come first. What we doing? We going to do for these kids or not? Kids are important, right? But y'all know I do mommy content, and I talk about a mother who, Jesus, oh my cup. I got to drink every time I talk about her. But on a serious note, I've watched the narcissism and how things unfold. And I think people take narcissism as blatantly and spiritual warfare, because we're gonna keep it real. A lot of people talk about spiritual warfare, this and that, but I don't think y'all understand the spiritual warfare and how narcissism works. And I'm gonna do a breakdown more of that. Narcissism and spiritual warfare go hand in hand to me, in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you why. You can always have somebody around you that would trick you off your spot. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are people, and y'all know I'm Justice for Monique all day. When I first heard this and I seen the actions, I have to be honest. No, I don't know her, but I will say this. What was given to the public is what I received. And what I'm going to try to say this in the best way, because I want nobody to be offended. I'm not trying to offend nobody. We just having a conversation. I want y'all to understand, if a mother can be jealous of a daughter, there are women that can be jealous of another woman. If a person can be jealous of you with what you bring to a table, somebody else can do the same. It is never about how you carry yourself matter, but let's be clear. There is something in you that a person don't like. And sometimes we have these conversations. If she never met and that was their first time meeting, she already was stalking her. And we're going to go into that and why I believe she was. I never meet nobody, right? But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to meet a female. Me, I tell y'all, I go off of your vibe and your energy. That's just me. But if I meet somebody, I always say you let them talk. You don't do the talk. You don't let them talk. And I'm going to tell you why. What comes out of a person's mouth and roll off their tongue tells you everything you need to know about somebody. If you don't know them, right, and you just met them, you let them talk. That tells you everything you need to know. We got to understand, I said this before and I say it again, we are in a time to where it's just something about a person that irritate, and it don't even be nothing that serious. We are, ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to separate yourselves from people that have the tendency to do things to prove to another sex. I shared something yesterday. I'm going to play it because I want y'all to see it from Sheer 7. And I need y'all to understand this, because validation from somebody is crazy. And I'm not saying people do this. I'm not putting that person out. Oh, you do that. No, but this is just saying you can't, let me see if I have it in my story still. And yes. I was supposed to play it earlier too. I gotta give my laptop a break out.
Really make laws because these men out here chasing behind some animals. So let that sink in once the next time you seek validation from men. They literally had to go and make laws, write laws, have people sign it, get it stamped, get it voted on, because of these types of men out here. And y'all seeking their validation when they had to make laws to protect the animals' booties. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They had to.
Not everybody as a man need validation. I'm so serious. Not everybody. I don't want to invite no motherfucking body. But I do want her to do this because I'm doing something. I would love for people to ask me what I'm doing today. Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. Because it makes sense. No shade, no tea, no shade. You're welcome. Love you, friend. Okay. Anywho. But it was given validation to me. And it was given jealousy. I don't want nobody to call me bitter. Because I told y'all before, I ain't never jealous of no shit like that. I ain't never jealous and bitter about no shit that anybody can have if they want it. That's just me. All right, so let's go to what people had to say. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go.
So I pulled the statute in Illinois for first-degree murder, thinking about, Holly Johnson's potential defense, self-defense for the alleged murder of Miss Meeks, Ramika Meeks. And if you see a couple different things here. A person who unalives an individual without lawful justification commits first-degree murder if in performing the acts. So you've got several different scenarios. You either intend to unalive someone or reasonably know that your acts are going to likely result in the death of that person or another. And, so that's the second one, strong probability of great bodily harm to that individual. So doesn't necessarily even have to be death. It could be great bodily harm. And the next one is sort of the catch-all, which is more like the felony murder rule. If you commit while in the commission of a felony, then you can be charged. Prosecutors love the felony murder rule because, you don't necessarily have to prove the difficult intent, or that the acts that the person committed are reasonably foreseeable to, reasonably likely to result in death or imminent bodily harm. I think where it looks like the defense lawyer is going to attack is to say the killing of the individual was lawfully justified because it was self-defense. And you may be able to argue an imperfect self-defense, like, hey, look, this really got out of hand. But that when you're talking about self-defense, you're really getting into the mind of Holly Johnson and what she thought and whether or not she'd been adequately intimidated by Ramika Meeks. But seeking Ramika Meeks out, which is what it looks like, is something that you may be able to infer intent from that type of activity. And then, whether or not she had a gun with her or if she was reaching in to grab a gun that she eventually used, we don't know those things. Those facts are in dispute. So that is going to factor into it too. Reaching in and looking for a gun is certainly time to form intent. The person, Ramika Meeks, the victim, appears not to have had any kind of a weapon. So it was certainly not a proportional self-defense. If it was self-defense, in which case, she could still, be charged or be found guilty. But they've only charged first-degree murder. It appears, they can charge, of course, second-degree murder, but and there may be some, misdemeanor or, manslaughter charges. I haven't seen the bill of indictment, but it just depends. And then Illinois is going to have its own little rules, but there's a lot we just don't know.
I said that too. Illinois can have their own rules, but I do feel like for you to have first degree and not a manslaughter, it just it it's something else that made them say, no, you have to get her for that. And I'm finna be honest with y'all, and I'm finna keep it above. There were some things we probably don't know that's going to come. I'm gonna say it again, because trust me, I have talked about the Diddy trial, and there were things that I did not even know. People still don't know to this day. That I did a video on just to let y'all know what really happened. But there are some things out there we don't know. And a lot of people say, oh, this will be gone. No, I don't think this gonna be an easy crack, because there's some stuff in that documents that they have that we don't know yet that is going to come out. And it's going to shock everybody. I say this all the time because we see how it unfolds. It's going to shock. You're going to be like, wait, what? And that's how I feel. I'm never wrong. People are going to be like, oh my God, that's what it's going to be. And I'm not saying what side it's going to be either, because y'all know who I'm justice for. But it's going to be oh my, really? I already feel it. I'm just being honest.
But I think what they're really trying to attack the defense is just say that it was self-defense, which is going to be difficult if you seek somebody out, grab a gun, and then shoot them to death multiple times.
Right.
And then if this is true about the fist bump afterwards, it makes it harder.
Listen, if the judge is stating that, the judge saw that. The judge already had the video from the officers. He had subpoenaed them to bring it to him so he can see and do for himself. I want to make that clear. Nobody gonna say, ooh, no, this is what they're saying. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm finna keep it real with y'all. When this trial starts, because it's probably gonna be a trial, it might not. Y'all can't be coming up here running y'all mouth with what nobody told y'all. Y'all only have to read what was said in that courtroom. You cannot fabricate. You cannot do that, because I have seen this happen with the Diddy trial where, okay, let's take an example. They said that the twins laughed. She did not laugh. Hey, she did not laugh. Them twins did not laugh. That was a lie. There was some truth that came. I'm gonna do a whole live breakdown on it, because there was a truth that did come out that somebody did bump somebody, and that's why they got called out on that video, on that live that day. And when the results came back, okay, that's another thing. We're gonna talk about that, but not now. But y'all can't be on here. Well, y'all can, but y'all just can't be making. Nobody can't come and say that's a lie. It's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be media. Please, y'all, give out the right information. Because I'm telling you, there are going to be top dog medias that work on social media that going to be at that case, at that trial. I'm not going to say who it is. And they going to put up the transcripts. Okay? Please be respectful at that courthouse, because they will throw you in contempt. If you're going to be a jury, don't you look at your social media. Don't you say nothing. That's just going to be the rule. Y'all don't be coming up here with all that stuff, all right? Now let's continue.
Harder to argue.
I want y'all to prepare y'all courtroom etiquette.
Self-defense, at least in my opinion, based on what I know at this point. So I pulled the statute in Illinois for first-degree murder, thinking about, Holly Johnson's potential defense, self-defense for the alleged murder of Miss Meeks, Ramika Meeks. And if you see a couple different things here. A person who unalives an individual without lawful justification commits first-degree murder if in performing the act. So you've got several different scenarios. You either intend to unalive someone or reasonably know that your acts are going to likely result in the death of that person or another. And, so that's the second one, strong probability of great bodily harm to that individual. So doesn't necessarily even have to be death. It could be great bodily harm. And the next one is sort of the catch-all. which is more like the
Yeah.
felony murder rule. If you commit while in the commission of a felony, then then you can be charged. Prosecutors love the felony murder rule because you don't necessarily have to prove the difficult intent, or that the acts that the person committed are reasonably foreseeable to reasonably likely to result in death or imminent bodily harm. I think where it looks like the defense lawyer is going to attack is to say the killing of the individual was lawfully justified because it was self-defense. And you may be able to argue an imperfect self-defense, like, hey, look, this really got out of hand. But that when you're talking about self-defense, you're really getting into the mind of Holly Johnson and what she thought and whether or not she'd been adequately intimidated by
Right, we
Ramika
heard that
Meeks.
part.
But seeking
I just wanna play it
Ramika,
one more time. But oh, why are you so slow? Okay. Come on, babe.
I doubt Ramika was an angel either. None of us are angels. Quite frankly, we all do things that we shouldn't do, and we wouldn't want everybody to know our dirty laundry because we would all look bad to some extent, unless you're a saint, and even saints are not perfect. I know that's hard to believe. But yeah, I think the issue is,
Let's not say this. And I know what he finna say. I'm gonna say this. Nobody said she was an angel. But let me ask you something. Does that warrant to you doing something to somebody because you felt intimidated? The reason I look at this case differently than everybody else, if you have worked in corporate, we're gonna use the corporate thing. Let's keep it up. You worked in corporate, and every time you come to work, and another thing, HR ain't y'all best friend. I'm just gonna tell you now, HR, I have learned that, and that's not a lie. HR is never y'all best friend. I don't care. Let's just keep it above. What the police officers is to the black men, doctors and HR is to the black women's and black men's. Okay? Let's be for real. We're not gonna sit here and act like the corporate world is the best thing. It's really, we just gotta be careful. Okay? We know, right? But let's take it as a corporate. Let's say you went to work. You work in a nice company. You got a manager that makes more than you. You have a manager that makes salary. You have a manager who, exactly. But I'm going to give it as a corporate stance. You got a manager, right? You come to work, you do your job. Let's say they need you to come up with an idea for the corporation. This is the corporate world, right? You came up with it. You tell your manager to go pitch it. But your manager is making it a hostile environment. Let's just be for real. She makes it hostile, and then when you have a conversation with her, she goes tells the upper and retaliate. So let's say Holly reminds me of the manager. This is my opinion. You don't have to agree, and I want to say that. Please don't judge me for my opinion. Don't talk. Listen, not today. Okay? Because my MO is full. She remind me of that corporate manager, right? There's a new position open, right? Let me get this example. I know it's going to be out of place. And this position is over the manager. She felt like she's been in she's new, she's proven herself. She's been there for a while, right? She got the manager position. She's at top dog, but you've been there for a while. You've done all the right protocol. And every time you come to work, she make it a hostile environment. Every time it's something about your outfit. It's something about your hair. Is if you got to go pick up your son. It's just all of that, right? So this is my opinion. She takes your thing and be like, I'm going to get her out the way and get you fired so I could take it. She get you out the way and she got that. But then what she don't realize is that position adds extra work. That position has things that she probably don't want to do that you took care of doing. You see what I'm saying? So I look at it like that. Not only do I look at it like that, I look at it like this. Okay, that's done. We know what it is. A child is here. That sealed the deal. I'm going to go about my business. Block you, time to tell. We'll let everything go through. We ain't got to talk. We'll let that go, whatever. Next thing you know, what happens? You're being watched. They not home. They looking at you. That's how I see it too. Me growing up around a lot of ninjas, men, I have seen some things. I wish I could add somebody up here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'll tell that scenario later because y'all would be surprised about a lot of things. Let me come out and come back in because my thing is slow. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, my bad. Yeah, I need my shit to rest. Yeah, the victim did not have a weapon, and that's what's gonna be hard to prove because of the fact was she didn't have one. She didn't pick up anything as showing to warrant. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what they're looking at. So the prosecutors are looking at, okay, did she have a weapon? Was there anything on her? Was it in her hand? And when they saw that it wasn't, that is a problem. Because to them, hold on, you just going away. What's up? That's what it is. So that's why he was saying it's going to be hard to prove self-defense. And it is because she didn't have a weapon. I'm not gonna play it no more, but I played something. And y'all go look for yourself. They ain't playing it. They ain't finna
I
get
doubt Ramika was an angel
Yeah,
either.
she did.
None of
I believe that too.
us
I believe that
are
too.
angels. Quite frankly, we all do things that we shouldn't do, and we wouldn't want everybody to know our dirty laundry because we would all look bad to some extent, unless you're a saint, and even saints are not perfect. I know that's hard to believe. But yeah, I think the issue is whether or not what happened, whether or not what Holly did was justified. Was it self-defense or was it premeditated murder? I think we're going to have to see what the facts say, what the sources of evidence, what we get in terms of electronic data, whether or not
we don't
videos,
know.
whether or not the
we won't find
are
out all of that
reliable,
until
whether or not
the
there's
trial.
been, when she was interrogated by the police, were there confessions or anything. I don't think there are. We would have heard about them by now, and those can get excluded sometimes. But what actually goes in front of the jury may be very different than what we hear about in the public. And the police get things wrong all the time, or the press gets things wrong all the time. They butcher cases. It's always amusing to me to hear them describe what's going on in court and everything, because they screw it up a lot of the time. So,
well, sir, we understand what you're trying to say. It ain't just a media in the press. You're trying to talk about New Black Media, and I'm just gonna tell you right here, right now, New Black Media has been covering a lot of things that y'all medias don't. I am so sick and tired of y'all downplaying Black media. Don't matter whose side you on. We is Black media. We is gonna come out with it. Y'all are just mad because media mainstream ain't popping. And shout out to Tia for pushing it back to media mainstream because they don't give a damn. So, I'm just saying, sir, I understand the hate, child. California got mad at us when we talked about that baby that was missing. Y'all remember that baby? The baby from the parents in California, they got a little upset. It's okay. And they got upset. We talked about the David case, but they got an update about that. We'll talk about that Saturday. It's okay. We get it. Y'all be bad.
We'll just have to see what happens. I think there's so much we don't know. A lot of it is speculation, and how this self-defense defense
we just the news report.
Is it plausible? Is it viable? I just don't know because I just only hear what people are saying based on second and third hand accounts, and that's not necessarily, or actually, it's far from reliable. So we'll just have to see what happens. Obviously, the whole thing was sad. Anytime somebody's murdered, it's I wouldn't say anytime, most of the time, it's sad. So this is unfortunate, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
If any Holly supporters we watch it, I want to know, why do y'all think that? And I got two questions. Why do y'all think that we make her look like an angel and look like angels? And another thing, why do you think that she was such a bad person? Not from what nobody told you. Why do you think that? That's my question. Yeah. Because a lot of people, even though Justice for Romika said no, she wasn't all that of a great person. We knew her, we know everybody's not great, right? But let's be clear. Why do you have to give somebody else grace and you can't give a person who can't even fight to talk to give grace? Not everybody can talk to the gone, to the deceased. So why not give her grace? Why do you give her grace and not give her? We do have pros and cons. And let's look at the pros. Their mothers. They were messing with the same man. One left. One felt like it was still why do you feel that way? I'm just asking. It's something else I noticed too that I think I'm gonna do it at the end because I'm seeing how this is going and I've been paying attention. And I was in the group and I said that y'all watch. It was something that was shared that they trying to make the baby daddy look like he can be charged instead of somebody else. Let me tell y'all something. This is I told y'all before and I'm telling you it again. I don't care whose side you're on. I want you to pay attention. This gonna get nasty. It's finna get dirty. It's finna get nastier than stink like a divorce. Like Candy and Todd divorce about to be. This is finna get nasty. Just know that people gonna turn on somebody to release somebody else. And I want y'all to pay attention to the plot. You're missing the plot. I saw that. I don't miss a damn thing. Matter of fact, let's talk about it. Because, and I have to be honest, I'm not finna sugarcoat a motherfucking thing. I seen Mike Brown, shout out to him, Brown Mike, say, hey, let's build a such and such against, and I'm like, okay, I can see that. I can see where he's coming from, right? I can see that. But for you to share it and agree to it tells me everything I need to motherfucking know. Okay? Baby. I say, oh, that's what we doing? Okay. 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 We still gonna do it the same part? Oh yeah, they're gonna turn. And I see it as the world turns. It's finna get nasty. Oh, it's finna get dirty, stank, funky, nasty. That's all I got to say. Yeah, let's talk about it because I seen that. And I was like, what? And I'm keeping it a buck. I ain't finna lie. I see the plot. I seen when all of a sudden nobody know nobody and now everybody, the shit is crazy. It's weird to me. So just know it's more to the story than what we know. And I'm gonna say this, y'all might as well just wait till court to get the truth, because ain't nobody finna say it. I see it. That's my opinion of what I see. Now it could be nothing, but I feel like that's what the fuck folks trying to do. And for that to happen, nobody will hear from my motherfucking ass. That's just me. So shout out to Mr. Wells. He broke it down. So he's been talking about this for the past 4 days. And somebody said that they asked him to do a deep dive, and he said it looks like she has a weak self-defense argument, and he feels like it's not the self-defense argument is not fitting what's going on. It's not fitting at all. A lot of people want her to lose. I'm interested. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm interested. Yeah, she better look for her. Yeah. Ain't on nobody. Listen, I'm team justice all day. But I say, what the fuck? I say, oh. I don't want nobody to say, oh, you insinuating it. No. But I don't have to insinuate shit. I see the shit. I don't that shit. Okay. This is I'm gonna say allegedly, because I don't want nobody to say But anyway, another thing I found strange was the grandmother conversation about her calling the grandmother. I feel like it's more to that happening. So allegedly, we're gonna say allegedly because this is how I feel. Allegedly that the grandma saying, hey, what I heard on the phone, I heard her say this and that. And I'm kind of like, well, how if they never met? First of all, how did she get her number? Because she called her before and then deleted it out the call log. Like, how did she get Romika number? How did they contact each other? This is what I want to know. Did they contact off a messenger? But how can she contact off a messenger when people are not saying that Romika had blocked her? Did he give her the number? How did he get the number when he said he didn't talk to her, right? Okay, this is what they say. I didn't say this, what I'm saying. So I'm trying to figure out, how did the phone calls happen? Who called who? Where did that come from? And that's the question everybody want to know. And I know we got to wait, but it's kind of strange to hear. Oh, I found it strange. Cause I got questions. When the last time y'all talked? Cause this is me. When last time you talked to her? I ain't never talked to her. How the fuck she got your number? Oh, she got on Facebook. Well, the girl just said you were blocked. What the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck is going on? Or say, hey, or anything like that. I want to know, like, what the fuck is going on? That's just me. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because shit don't sound right. It don't sound right. I'm sorry. It just don't sound right to me. We're missing a lot of context. We're missing a lot of context. There's context between how this happened. And it's sounding like, to me, something ain't clean in the milk. It don't sound right. Because this is my question. I'm going to let this video play. Because they say the grandma went live on somebody live. I don't know. I haven't watched everybody. First of all, I want to say I watch the people that I know that I have made reports with. I do not watch everybody. The reason I don't watch everybody, I don't know everybody like that. Now, people can have great content, but certain people, I'm going to put it like this. We're going to be real. And to the people that say, oh, I want to say this too, because I want to get this out the way. I know a lot of y'all say it's a lot going on. Everybody falling out. Welcome to blogging. This is the blogging world. This is work. This is what we do. This just happened. I don't watch another content creator because I feel like I have watched them and I have to protect my peace with the pick me energy. No, it's not anybody I made a rapport with. I'm going to say that again. Nobody I made a rapport with. If I made a rapport with you and I support you, I hit the like on whatever you post and I come in, and say, hey, it's not you. They know who they are. Y'all know who it is. I don't watch them. I don't even look in the bushes because it's rage baiting to me, and I have to protect my peace because I know how they operate. We're going to start there. But let's go. Okay. Let me go here. I'm going to play it.
Listen to this. So now Holly Johnson's grandmother is speaking out on the behalf of her granddaughter. She said one day that she was over visiting Holly, and Ramika Meeks just kept calling Holly's phone. The grandma grabbed the phone and she said she heard words that no grandparent ever wants to hear.
I have a question with that. How did she get her phone number? Who could have gave her the phone number? Now, people are saying now, oh, it's a mutual friend. I don't think that, because my thing is, if I'm mutual with somebody, I know they got something going on, I'm finna try to make people get along, and I'm gonna ask permission for a phone number and have a conversation, number one. Number two, how did she get the number?
She said, according to the grandmother, said that Ramika Meeks threatened Holly and told her grandmother that she was going to unalive her granddaughter when she see her.
Now, I'm looking, while this playing, I'm going to look for the things about the blocking and stuff. I still have this question. They never met, so they never talked to each other. At first, I thought they did, but no, that wasn't her on the phone that day. I got clarification. How did she get her number?
So now that has come out, some people are now saying, and you know what, y'all so wishy-washy, y'all need to pick a side, because one minute everybody riding for Ramika Meeks. I've been riding for Ramika Meeks since day one. Now y'all flipping the script, and now y'all feel like that now that a lot of evidence is coming out, a lot of y'all are switching sides. Now some people are saying that now it all makes sense why Holly was riding around with a loaded weapon in her car.
It don't
why
make
she
sense.
felt
That
her
still
life
don't
was
make
in
sense
danger
to me.
because of the threats that
Don't make
Ramika
sense.
Meeks supposedly was saying to her family members. Now, again, we don't know this to be true. We don't. For all we know, the grandmother could just be making this up. I mean, at this point, her granddaughter is facing first degree M. So y'all don't think for a second that the grandmother is not going to do everything she can to try to save her granddaughter? Because again,
Pause. I want to tell you why I asked, because I know it's going to people going, I want to tell you why. Yeah, it's too many. I want to tell you why I asked. I just watched a woman. If y'all go watch my live from this morning, who baby daddy gave out her number to the new baby mama. I'm not, first of all, don't say I'm saying that man did. I'm asking how, because he even said he ain't talked to her a month, so he couldn't have got it from her. You feel what I'm saying? She couldn't have got it from him. You understand what I'm saying? So that don't fit the narrative. So we saw how, right. That's what I'm trying to figure out, because it don't sound right. If nobody ever talked to nobody, how did you? Because I'm like this. That's just like if I got somebody right now, I know to be lying. I be questioning her all the time. And I tell you ain't even got to lie. Okay? How did that happen? How did she get the number? We need it in Chronicle. What led? Because we're still trying to figure out how did she get that number. It don't make sense to me. If nobody talked to her, how did the number been given out? I haven't seen nobody answer that. And that's concerning to me. How did you know it was her? Have you heard her voice before? It could have been somebody playing like they was her, somebody that don't like you. Exactly. Okay. So my thing is, right, but I'm still trying to figure out, how did she call the grandma? Now we saying the grandma heard it on the phone. How did she hear that when we were told that she called Romika? How did she call Romika? Now, this is what I want to know. We heard that, but my question is, I've been following. Ain't nobody gave me an answer yet. Think about it. You called about a road. First of all, how you know she was over there? That's one question too. How did you know that? And how did you know that was his baby mama? How did you know she was over there? If you made the initial call about a road, how do you know that was his baby mama? I don't want nobody to say, well, Romika was watching. You couldn't have. If Holly made the initial call, how did you know she was over there? You can't say you didn't know she wasn't over there. You can't say because he's a man. We know he probably had a lock on his phone. It's a lot of missing puzzles and don't make sense. If she made that call, why? And then you got to ask, did she call private? We are females. Females, you got to think, I know somebody over there. Somebody told me, girl, I'm going to call private. Come on now, let's be for real. I'm going to call over there private, girl. I'm going to say I was just over there last night. I slept with her bed. Huh? I slept with her man. I'm like, yo, that's going to be my nigga. I know he's still fucking her though, but we going to call her, make sure. I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all talked about Zeus when that lady got jumped. Y'all need to talk about Zeus with this same culture shit. Because that's the same shit they do. And there's no shade. This is lemon pepper to lemon pepper stepper. That's just being honest. You can't say one and not for the other. Let's make it for real. Let's put it out there, ladies. If you know and you don't watch somebody and you know somebody got such and such, you done seen a picture he showed, oh, that's my baby mama. Y'all never met, but you went and gonna see if he's still sleeping with her. What goes through your mind? Because like I said before, cheating is a form of abuse, to be honest. Because that's a replay in somebody's mind that just can't take that. People can't take that. So this is what I want to know. And I'm going to tell you what I think as a woman. She knew that girl was over there. She knew they was around each other. She knew what it was. There was no formal introduction. But let's be clear. Why would you want to call when you know that girl over there about a fucking road when you just was over there? And how does she know the grandma was there visiting? When, let's be clear. Let's think about it. How did she know the grandma was there? Unless the grandma took the phone and heard that it went further than a robe. For the grandma to walk in on the conversation, they were arguing on the phone. Something was said that made the whole conversation go left about a fucking robe. Do I have to pull up the manipulative girl that I've been talking about for weeks? And I talk about her for a reason, for y'all to understand the situation and severity of what's really going on. Something went further than a robe. We got missing pieces in this. If she called about a robe, right? she called about the robe. We got to understand, why did you call and why was you calling about it? You know you finna go back over there. There's no doubt. You know you finna be at this man's house. You know that y'all gonna go back. You just wanted to see, was he still fucking with that girl? And y'all got to argue because it was two different situations and you felt some type of way. So that's when the accusation started. Can we be clear? You're not gonna, come on, man. Let's keep it a buck. As a woman, what I'm gonna call you about my shit for when I'm finna go back over there? It don't make sense. You didn't call about no robe. You called about ego. If I know I'm at this, thank you, period. She knew that girl was over there and she was over there too. She felt like, this is my opinion, he didn't know about her. She was at the forefront. She don't know. She don't know. She don't know about me. Oh, I need her to know about me. Females do it all the time. Go watch my mommy content I just did. See how the fuck that girl, see what that heifer did not too long ago. So basically she was watching her. She been watching her. That's my opinion. So don't get mad at me. She been watching her. Let's think. I'm going to call you by the robe when I know you've been over there. Yeah, hit the like button. Y'all ain't got to agree. It's okay. This is my opinion. And let's think about it, ladies. Men, that's just like he called you. You know, okay, man, you know your woman, right? You at your woman's house. You didn't question her about, no other thing, because you like, oh, that's kind of, you ain't thinking to look for it. You're not paying attention, right? We know men are men. Like, let's be for real. Y'all ain't gonna pay attention unless it's on the floor. Hey, so you go in, the phone ringing. You like, man, who the fuck is this calling? Y'all niggas, y'all like that. Who the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Hello? You hear dude, hello? This Ty. Who the fuck is a Ty? What the fuck? Man, dog, what's up? Who the fuck is this? Well, who the fuck is you? Man, dog, I left my shit. What the fuck you mean you left your shit? What the fuck you talking about? And then it go left. Cause now he finna go in there. As to me, well, Tawanda, we're gonna call it Tawanda. I don't want nobody to feel no type of way, because it ain't cut in my head. He gonna ask Tawanda, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that? And she gonna be like, what? And it goes left, right? It goes left. We not finna act like it don't. It go left. He probably cussing her out, cussing him out too. It goes left because something else was said, right? So now he finna go fucking with Tawanda now, cause he wanna know how the fuck Tawanda let that nigga come up. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. You got me laying in here, feeling some type of way. I don't know if I gotta watch my back. Cause now this motherfucker calling about some shit. That's what, let's be for real. You been watching. Ty had already knew that nigga was over there and what time to call. Any other time, he know Tawanda would call and with a pillow, yeah. But Ty know he gonna be back over there. And tonight he probably told her, not tonight, I got such and such going on. You know what I'm saying? She Tawanda saying, not tonight, I got such and such going on. And Ty was like, nah, bruh. I know. Let me go look. Let me go see. Because it's the competition of, I don't want that bitch to look better than me. I don't want that motherfucker to think they got some. I don't want, that's what it is. You can't tell me it's not. Because we have people now saying my body look better than yours. And do we not have that situation? Oh, my shit better than yours. This is the generation of my swag better than yours, or you ain't got this and you broke because you ain't got this. This is that generation, and we see what happened. But you cannot tell me that you did not know that girl to be over there about no fucking robe when you absolutely know you fucking with him and you gonna be back over there tapping that, he gonna be tapping that ass, and you know exactly what day you going back over there. You can't tell me that, because guess what? As soon as she left, you had your ass back over there probably the next night to tap that. Don't play with me. That's how the game go. Come on now. Let's keep it above. Ty know he gonna be back over there to tap Tawanda. So why would Ty make a phone call about something that he left when he know he gonna be back over there? Tapping it because old boy ain't gonna be there. Hello? This the new generation of I gotta have more than one. Maybe 3 or maybe 4. Can we be for real about it? Yeah, it's more to the fucking story. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh no, what they was no. You knew that she was gonna be over there. Like, let's be for real. They share a child. You already know she gonna pop up every now and then. I'm gonna tell you what I think, and this is my opinion. She saw some of that girls over there, and she waited and know that she do come over there frequently, so she made that phone call. Period. I think so. Because I had a friend that told me that she would leave her drawers if she thought her man was doing something. We're not gonna act like no folks don't do that. Let's continue.
Has records of that conversation? Who has proof that Ramika Meeks called Holly's phone threatening her?
That's what I
her
want to
grandmother.
see.
Who has that proof? Nobody. So at this point, it's hearsay. So I'm gonna need y'all to pick a side and stick to it. Okay. And let's just say that is true. Let's just say that conversation did happen. That Ramika Meeks told Holly's grandmother that she was going to unalive her granddaughter when she see her. That still did not give Holly the right to, when she seen Ramika for the first time, that she unalived.
She saw her. Let me tell y'all something. She knew what she looked like. Ramika didn't know what Holly looked like. That should tell you something. I don't think that. It don't matter. Ice me out. You got an ex that your baby daddy broke up. I bet you ain't got no boyfriend. What is he still doing? Come on, let's be for real. He tapping that ass, ain't he? He tapping that ass. Huh? Your new nigga can't talk shit about your baby daddy. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. You would smack the hell out of Taekwon if he talk about Deontay. Tell me I'm wrong. You don't have one. So how do you know? How do you know a man telling you that he's not a baby father and he has children? Because there are men that don't claim their kids. Hey, it's women that do it too. Women don't claim them. Baby, you'll be surprised. They owe $6,000 in child support and say they only got 2. Ice me out. Be for real. You don't care because is you married? Is you married? Answer me if you married. And I'll tell you that's why. Is you married? Are y'all married though? I'm asking you a question. Is y'all married? Is y'all married? Toni was divorced from her husband and she was still fucking on him until she moved on. Okay, so yeah, don't play with me. If that man wasn't there, you would. Come on now. We're not finna do that. We're not finna do that. Toni was divorced. Toni, the legend Braxton, was messing with Carrie 2 or 3 years after the divorce. He was still with her. They were into, y'all don't want to hear it. I know y'all want to feel like, let me tell you something. It had to be some intersections at some point. Okay, that because you didn't have an intersection. That's good for you, but it wasn't always that way. Somehow there was an intersection. You're not listening to what I'm saying because you just came in. Let me break it to you. If your man, let's say hypothetically, right? Let's just be for real. You and your man, I'm not saying y'all go break up. I'm not putting that out there for you. I want you to be happy where you at, girl, because the pool is shitty. If your man and your man broke up, listen to me. Yes, he was. You can't tell me that. Then why would she call knowing she was over there about a robe? Can you answer the question? Why did she get up to call that girl knowing she was over there about a robe, and what went left for even of that to happen? What do you think? I want to hear what you think. I'm not mad at you. I just want to know what you think. Tell me what you think in the comment. Why do you think Holly called about a robe, right? No, we're not hearing what nobody else had to say. Why do you think Holly called about a robe? In your mind, take out what people told you. Why do you think she called her about a robe, right? And it went left. What do you think happened for that to happen? You never met, they never had. So come on, let's be for real. Talk to me. Tell me why you think that. Don't tell me, oh, she fought. I don't want to hear that. I want to know, you as a woman, why do you feel like that way? As a woman, not what nobody else say, as a woman, your perception. Okay. So you don't think she called about a robe. So you think this whole thing is fabricated, that they're making up about the grandmother? Because I want you to think, though, they're saying the grandma was threatened. They don't have each other's number. Okay. So you don't think that grandma wasn't threatened is what you're telling me? Because they saying grandma was threatened. Grandma Eloise was threatened. Okay, Karen, I want her to answer. I want to hear her response. What she think. I know, Karen, I already know what you think. But I want to hear Ice Me Out what she think. I want to know what she think. Ain't nobody gonna judge. I just want to know, as a woman, we women, right? This is a woman. I want to know how she feels. Hey, I want to know, what do you think in order for that? No. We don't want to hear that. I want to hear, as a woman, why do you think, you said when I asked you, you didn't tell me you believe that. I don't want to hear what nobody else told you. As a woman, using your woman intuition, what do you think? You just told me you don't believe that she called, right? So my thing is, how did they get each other number if the girl had posted months ago that she was blocked? Help me, as a woman, your opinion. Hey, your opinion. Why do you think, okay, that this phone call interaction happened? And I also asked you, did you believe that she did that to the grandma? I just want to know your thoughts.
Out her in cold blood the way she did. That still does not justify you taking that girl's life.
No.
I expect.
Okay. My question is, where did you see that information from? There's a lot of information not everybody have, and if they have it, that's not good. So where did you see that information from? Who told you that? Because if people go to court and the transcript say that shit ain't happened, I'm telling you, y'all gonna be mad. So, question, who told you that? Thank you. Okay.
Family to come up.
And another thing, if she stalked other women, they would be subpoenaed. Hey. So I want to know who told you that.
And claim all these different allegations and conversations that took place between Holly and
Okay, can you tag it if you can, copy and paste it in the chat, please?
Remika Meeks. I expect for them to try to defend their relative and try to, make her case sounds believable.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. The reason I'm asking that, I've learned a lot with this Diddy trial. I wasn't there, but reading the lawsuits, reading the transcripts, a lot of things, like I told, we're going to talk about that documentary tomorrow because there was a lot. I'm finna give y'all a little tea about that documentary. Kalina was subpoenaed, Aubrey, and they did not take to the stand with their story. And Aubrey just said when she told everybody that something happened to her. So I'm going to let you know, because I have experience covering that big ass. Y'all remember I used to come on here 5 days a damn week talking about damn Diddy. Diddy. Along with the rest of them. I just wasn't there like the rest of them that covered it. But come on now. Some of that stuff is not going to be used in a court of law. It will not be used in a court of law. I'm telling you now, it will not be used. And those women, if it were, they're probably going to subpoena them. If they don't get subpoenaed, we know the answer. I'm just telling y'all. Can you send me the link? I need the link. Go on her Facebook if you see it. Whoever got the video, whatever you saw, I need you to copy and paste the link.
I expect it. There's going to be a lot of hearsay going on during this trial. But again, I don't care what nobody says.
When I first heard this, I told y'all if it did, remember I told y'all when we kept talking about it, if it did come to it, there's going to be a lot of hearsay. Just like when Jaguar Wright came out and told y'all there was ex parties and people came out and I didn't hear that from anybody I watched. I never heard that. But I did ask you to send me. I just want the link. It seemed like you Team Holly. I'm fine with that. That's your opinion. But I want the link. Can you send it to me? Please, can you go on Facebook on the little 3 dots on the post? Because I haven't heard nobody say that. I'm sorry. I didn't hear nobody say that. People I watch, I haven't heard that. Okay, let me go ask. Hold on. You ain't got to give it to me. I know where to get it from. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll find it. I know who to ask for it. If it is one. Give me a minute. Where is she at? Because I know I got her. No, I don't want her. I want the other one. I'm still asking her to send it to me. If it is QQ, you ain't blocked. I don't know why you coming down here on another page. Send it to me. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, Lord. No, they find a picture on this lady and start making up stuff. All right. She don't send the link. We moving on. I'm not finna keep asking. Whatever. You got the right to say your opinion. If it is him, he ain't got to come. He is not blocked. I don't think I blocked him. I be going off on folks. I don't know. Did I have to block that man? No, I ain't block him. He ain't got to do all that. I ain't got time for that. Anyway, let's continue. We ain't got to do all that. Come on now. Like, for real. We ain't got to do all that. We ain't got to do all that. All right. Let's go.
People threaten each other all day on the phone. You know how many times people argue on the phone all the time and they talk about what they gonna do to each other when they see each other?
I think it's starting to set in, and I think she feel that way. I'm gonna give her grace on that. I would give her grace on that. I would give her grace on that. I think now it's starting to set it in that this is for real.
As soon as they see each other, it's mom's the word. That still does not justify why she unalived Ramika Meeks the way that she did. This girl had Ramika Meeks didn't have no weapon on her. You riding around with a loaded weapon, which means that you premeditated on using that weapon on Ramika Meeks. The first chance you got. And that was the first chance she had. They had never met each other before that day. That was her only shot that she got to do what she said she was going to do. And that was unalive Ramika Meeks. Now, again, y'all need to pick a side. Because all this back and forth is crazy.
But I do feel like she wished that didn't happen. I do. I'm going to tell you why. Child. Listen, I'm going to say this. I know y'all don't want it to happen. I get it. But if the facts are going to pull up in court, what it is what it is. And that's for everybody. Everything is going to be factual. But to come here and tell me that I'm wrong and all that, first of all, let me say this. I didn't get a chance to speak on this. I was talking about other stuff. Let's be clear on that. And this is why I shaded away from it a little bit. Because I know me. Don't come in here saying that I don't know nothing and I have not seen a video that nobody had. And then you got mad and tried to persuade me. Baby, that's not going to happen at all, okay? No. I asked you questions you didn't even answer. I'm not doing that with you. Move on. We're moving on. We're going to continue the content. Everybody has their opinion. But if I ask you something you couldn't ask, we're moving on. I'm not finna play the back and forth game. I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not finna argue with you. My MO is elsewhere. I don't care to have MO is this because like I said before to my new subscribers, this is serious. I may laugh and joke. I may have fun, but when it's time to be serious, I'm gonna be serious. And I'm not finna play with you. I don't even have the energy to. You're just behind the screen, just like you feel like I am, and we moving forward. We don't know each other from the can of paint. We can agree to disagree, but don't come in here with all of that. Don't go out there with all of that. I'm not finna do it with you because I don't have that. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't have the energy. I got plenty of it, but I'm just not. That's not my time right now. And I know me. So we're gonna keep this cute. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to have a nice little conversation. Yes, I'm going to be animated because I don't want it to be a little boring. Yes, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to make it a little animated to get your attention. But what you're not going to do is come over here with no fake page and do that. You as a grown-ass man, I need you to pull your pants up and buckle them and have a conversation. Exactly. I need you to pull your pants up. Put that shirt on. And when you talk to me, I need a tie on. Don't come over here with all of that. All right? I'm not finna give you no, you a grown man. I don't know you. Ain't no clout to give. Child, please. You probably got gray hair in places you don't know that you don't look at either. Just shut up. You ain't got to do all of that. Anywho, like, don't make sense. What are we, 12? The fuck? No, I'm not doing that. About to be fucking 40. The fuck is wrong with you? I don't even know you. You don't even go here. Come on. Anyway, let's go. So, hold on, y'all. Child, they is roasting this girl. Okay, let's go into some facts. I want some facts on the case. I was trying to find the grandma live and I couldn't find it. But I didn't see it. But they did say, hold on. But they did say they said that, oh, excuse me. Let me go to this person page. Because they were saying that the family was live at one point. And I was like, when did they go live? And who did they go live to? Let me see. I'm trying to figure out who went live with the family. And I was trying to find that video because I heard that also. That they went live. I'm trying to find a video for y'all. Hold on. Let's play this. Because this child, she has a live. Okay, Karen, where is her live? Okay, that's fine. I don't have no problem with you. I'm just saying, you got the right to your opinion as everybody else, but come on, the shade didn't have to, because, baby, I throw palm trees, and I have no problem throwing a big-ass oak one with the shade.
She is 7 weeks pregnant. So that means she got pregnant about 2 weeks into October, a month after Ramika passed away. Why are you out here getting pregnant knowing there was a possibility you was going to get charged, y'all? Because I think that lady thinks she was really going to get away. So y'all know when police are doing investigations, they do not tell the defendant what is going on. So that whole Thanksgiving fiesta they had, they did not know she was about to get indicted. They are not going to give you any hints because they don't want you to try to escape or anything. Listen, investigators are always going to be one step ahead of you. That's why when y'all see them shows, they just knock, come at your door. Hey, you got a first degree, whatever. You got charged. You're getting indicted. Let's go to jail. Let's get checked in, right? So, mamas, you was just moving very arrogant out here. The fact that you had your legs spread it open, busting wide open. It's like she tries to outsmart the system, right? You knew you had this possible charge coming, so you decided to lay on your back, spread your legs wide open, while Los shoot all up in there. Like, what kind of smart decision was that, okay? So, another thing we need to know, besides the witnesses, right? They said there were street cameras, but the street cameras probably did not catch, everything. The city bus cameras caught some clips, caught some scenes of the whole incident between Ramika and Holly, right? For instance, I believe that it caught Ramika getting back into the car willingly, right? And I also believe it caught, those two arguing while Los was pushing Holly back. I mean, it's 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Do y'all know how busy Mondays are in the morning? The kids just got in school. People are going to work. City buses are moving. And this girl is out there toting a big old black gun, talking about, I'm a shoot you while people are looking. Like you crazy. You crazy. And that's what the prosecutor is on. Prosecutor wants her. Like, they do not like that whole shooting in a school zone, okay? So this is why I feel like Ramika is going to win. There is a public outrage. And the fact that the prosecutors are still coming for her.
I'm sorry, I'm talking. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm talking. I was mute. But if that could have been misinformation, I probably seen it that she was. It could have been misinformation too. But I'm gonna say this. It's not about public outrage. I want y'all to understand something. Chicago has to do their job. Chicago leaders, Baltimore, Atlanta, and all have been called incompetent. Okay? They have to do their job. Let them do their job. I said that he need to be subpoenaed. I said that. But I'm going to tell you, I don't think they're going to. I'm going to tell you why. Q don't. Oh, God. This is not offense to Q. This is not an offense. To them, he don't have enough to stand on. It's not enough. So neither side is going to subpoena Q. Will he be there? He probably will. But a subpoena, they don't have enough. That's not enough for them. They're only gonna, what I've learned is they only subpoena you if they know that you are credible, if they know they can believe you, and then if they know that what they can use can be used for the trial, right? So I'm gonna tell you one thing, the DA is gonna do more. I'm not sure what side the BD is on. I'm not sure if her lawyer is going to subpoena him or the state. Now, they're going to have their witnesses. They will have their witnesses. They may have some. Her lawyers may subpoena some people. They may okay, so let me tell you who I think is going to get subpoenaed. The grandmother, we know Carlos is subpoenaed. We already know he got to go up there. We know the witnesses are going to be on the state, but I'm not sure who he going to be subpoenaed to take the stand for. I'm not sure. I don't know. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all won't know. He's not going to say it. He cannot say it. It's already ruled that he cannot talk about it. He cannot. So when y'all go on this live and y'all ask the questions, I'm going to be honest with you. He's certain things that he cannot talk about. That's why he has not been live, because they will take that. Okay. Just want to let you know. Another thing to him, if he bushwashing, stay your butt off live. You already know you cannot say nothing. Stay off the live. Well, everybody telling me, because nigga, you got to go to court. Cortianto, Cortamico. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all know who being subpoenaed because they will not be live. They can't talk about it. So, yeah, Q, I said that before when I heard him. I said, I don't even think they're going to ask him to take the stand. I don't. They kind of like, nah, we're not answering that, man. No, we're not doing that. So I'm just telling you now, that's not going to happen. But I believe there are going to be some people. Now, do I know what side they're on? I don't know. Her lawyers do have the right to subpoena people. They do. They have the right to. That's what it happens. So, yeah. The school will be subpoenaed. Probably whoever was out there, say they was out there, they're going to subpoena them. They're going to have a conversation with them, and they talk to them first. And they let them know. Cause I done seen it happen. Trust me. I was watching that whole, even with Cardi B lawsuit, the grandmother was subpoenaed. Remember that with the security guard? The grandma and the mama was subpoenaed. No, the grandma. I think the mama was too. So yeah, they do that. They subpoena people that they feel like can fit to help the case, whatever. Whoever side is fit to help. That's just what they do. Not everybody gonna get subpoenaed. Not everybody they gonna believe. Not everybody gonna run up there. That's why I was like, some of this stuff was pointless, and I wasn't trying to be funny, but having a person say, "Oh, well, her cousin," I'm not trying to be funny. That's her story. That's what she believes. That's what she happens to her. I don't know. I was not there. Just like with the cousin, she say what she believed what happened to her. She cleared up. I don't know. I was not there, right? But to hear, oh, well, they the same, cuz that don't matter, because we're not there. When it come time to be subpoenaed, they're not gonna ask that cousin, the girl that she got into with it about it. They're not gonna even ask about her family drama. They're not asking about that. That don't matter. That's not gonna fit what they're on, what the trial is for. It's not Romika, her family, and Holly. It's not that. Y'all gotta stop that. We gotta stick to Romika and Holly. That's it. That's it in that day. All that other stuff don't matter. They're not looking at that. They're not looking at that. So let's take that out. Let's move that out, and let's focus on, which I agree with everybody what's doing now. And I love that for y'all. Let's focus on this. Because I'm telling you, black media is being watched. No, like for real, let's focus on that. We can't continue to say what somebody did, what somebody didn't do. We can't do that. We have to move forward. So that's just how I feel on that. Yeah, basically, that's it. We got to worry about what happened. So let me tell you what the deal is. This is why I say, ooh, prayers to everybody that's working on this. Because this is a big case. Y'all think I'm playing? This is huge. This is going to be a huge case. This is going to be very big. So what they're going to focus on, how did they get to this? Like I asked about that phone call, they're going to ask about that phone call. They're trying to see who called who and how this led up to what happened September 8th. Why was this? Why was that? So just like her lawyers are working on it, the DA is working on it too. Hey, I seen this. Well, my client this. Okay, well, we, the state, feel like this. These are conversations. Nobody is talking about the cousin and the cousin past. That does not matter. And, oh, she jumped people. That does not matter. They want facts. If they don't have that, they are not bringing that up. They are not bringing that up. They're trying to figure out what led to this and what was the cause and effect of this whole situation. So what y'all finna see is now, I don't know when her trial is. I don't know. We won't know till what, 23rd, if she's going to take it to trial. And then we'll see like all the things they have. They're 20, I think somebody let me know, is that her? That's not her bond, but that's when they go through with, like they did with Jarvis Butts, when they talk to the coroner and all that stuff and all the stuff they found. And that's when all of that's going to come out. That's when everything is going to entail what they have and why they believe that this case subscribed to first degree. Then they're going to go into witnesses. It's a whole process. Yeah.
With all them documents, right? Even though Romika turned around, whatever, even though she pulled up to the parked cars, the prosecutors still want Holly because it was done intentionally. It was done intentionally. You tried to say, oh, it was self-defense. I was in fear of my life, but yet you were stepping towards Romika Carr. That brings me to this point. Why was Romika's body so close to Holly Carr? Okay. I believe Romika got shot closer to her car, okay? They said that 2 witnesses had to move Romika's body basically to kind of get her out of traffic because she...
Yeah, but let's be clear. Remember, allegedly, there was no residue on Romika. If it was close, there's residue, right? So she had to be not too far, but far enough. Let's say that.
Dropped in the middle of the street. That's why she is so close to Holly Carr. Not that she ran up where the baby was. No, she was actually closer to her car. But her car was parked in the middle, so they had to move her body over, y'all. Fear of your life. Where was you in fear of your life at? Where? What part of the store? According to court records, Holly
Okay.
Johnson claimed that she is 7 weeks pregnant.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, y'all. I do believe that I think in my mind, because when people read it and read what happened, in my mind, I'm thinking she's okay, this is what I know it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I can, but I don't know if I should. What my thoughts is why I feel like what happened in my mind. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah. But I think I got a synopsis of how this entailed. I'll wait. Because I have a feeling they're gonna say, yeah, that's what happened. And no, we're not gonna do that. I would like to, but I feel like I'm a hurt and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna move forward. But I can tell you, I believe there was movement going towards her with that. And that's how I see it. That's my thought of it. My stomach hurt. Dang, I ate that food too fast. So her sister had something to say. No. Hold on, y'all. How far is it taking me? Because I want to share what her sister had to say. Let me go to her page. Where is it? I just want to let y'all know, if y'all are interested tomorrow. That's what I want to know too, because it should have been if that was the case. FYI sidebar while I'm looking for this. Tomorrow, I need all my Gen Z hip hop heads and millennials in the building. Can y'all be here tomorrow night? We breaking down the Diddy documentary. I need y'all in here. We're gonna compare and contrast. I need all of y'all here. While I look for this video that I just saw, I need all of y'all here. Because I know y'all know. We're going to talk about it. Oh, yes. Lord, be with me. Let me see. I can't find that video. I know I won't let me click on it. Anyway, I'll share it in the next one. But yeah, that's all I got for today. Also, what is this question? What is this rumor? Because it's hearsay. We gotta be for real. People saying that is not that man, baby. Why do y'all feel like? Why y'all feel like that's not that man, baby? Tell me the plot twist on this. Why y'all feel like that? Let me know. Why y'all feel like why y'all think that's not that goddamn man, baby? Somebody said that they will. So this is what somebody said. I seen it. Y'all know Keys said it was Keys. Shout out to him. Now he said, the content creator, he said that allegedly, he don't know if it's true. He did say that. I want to say that because a lot of people like, well, he said no. He said he don't know if it's true. Okay. But somebody said they were arguing about this child, and that man tried to say it was not his child. Where do y'all get this from? Now that was crazy. Child, that was crazy. That was crazy. I say, where is this coming from? But I see where a lot of people got about the Grandma Live. because a content creator said it was DM in Texas. I have not seen nobody talk about that. I have not seen nobody. That's all I'm gonna say. But I do want to say this before we go. Let me go find. So y'all remember I talked about some Miss Sakana Thompson, New York, over there. Let me go to Florida Corrections. I don't know what the fuck make her think to go to Dade County with that shit. I knew they were finna get her. Trust me, Florida. You fuck up, you better pray, cause they will nail you to the cross like you were Jesus himself. Here we go. Come on. So I told y'all before that she an offender. Oops, sorry. That they weren't gonna move her until probably before Christmas or after the holidays, right? Because of the fact is, don't play with me. I ain't for the database. She is not an offender. She is. All right, well, let's do this. Because she ain't released. She's in there. Florida gets on my fucking nerves. Okay. Inmate, I know she's an inmate population. So, ooh, goddamn. Okay, let me explain something to y'all. They sent her to the wrong prison. She finna be, if they ain't take out all them cops that like to touch them women, somebody next baby mama. From what I heard, there was 3 women got pregnant by CEOs at the Florida's Women Receptionist Center. Okay. They shipped her out to Florida's Women's Reception Center. That is a prison. She is going to be there for the rest of her life. I heard some things. I think they done cleaned out the receptionist center. Because I was scared for people in there. Child. Yeah, y'all heard what I said. Oh, this in Ocala. Y'all heard what I said. Y'all heard exactly what I said. Y'all heard what I said. I talked. Oh yeah, it's a lot with that. Okay. Let me show y'all what it looked like. This is her home for life. Hold on. She might as well get her little girlfriend. That's what she gonna be at. So as y'all see here, she's sentenced to life. This is where she is. That's fucked up. She was charged for first-degree premeditated murder. And she is currently incarcerated. Also, they sent her on the A. Oh, they sent her. I knew they were gonna send her close to time before Christmas, so her family can. That's a lot of flight money. So her family can meet her and see her. Yes. No, she in Ocala. She in Florida. She's in Ocala. She ain't in Quincy. Well, it probably is Quincy. You know, Ocala and Quincy, not Florida. She over there by that. Let me stop. Let me not do that. She's Ocala. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. So basically, where she at is around a lot of woods, swamps, and water and gators. That's the shit they like out there. Them gators. Yeah, that's their thing. Here it is. This is her home for the rest of her life. That look like that ain't clean. Ugh. That is her home for the rest of her life. Now, I remember. Oh no, I'm sorry. What happened to? That's not loyal. Well, I heard. Hold on. Yeah, they got some stuff about them. Yeah, they been on an investigation this year, y'all. Oh, here he go with this prison. I'm so sick of DeSantis. He don't want to do shit. I got her mixed up with Laurel. Loyal. Was it Laurel? Laurel, I think it was. Hold on. That's the one that they had. Yeah. They got issues with. Why they still got that open, I don't know. I thought they would send her there. She do not want to go there. Baby, alleged, this is all alleged because it could be true. I heard that some of the women were coming home pregnant from this facility. Yes, y'all heard what I said. Sure, yes, baby. I heard that they were knocking them up. That's what I heard. Allegedly, I don't know. It's a women's prison. Yes. But, she might as well get acquainted with who her friend's going to be and get acquainted with writing letters because Sakana will be in jail for life. She looked like she already depressed. Let me show it again. I have a heart. I send my prayers for real. Whew. She already looked depressed. Just look at her, y'all. She got her glasses on. She gonna be reading a lot of books. She gonna be, seeing a lot of visitors. Yeah, no more TikTok videos. She might end up marrying somebody while she in there. It's a lot of people that get married in places like that. I don't know now. She might be on. She might be talking to, what's that lady? Hold on, let me see that lady. That lady I like to watch on TV show. What's that lady on ID channel? I don't know if she's still she might talk to her for the next ID channel. I'm telling y'all now. Deadly Women. Let me see if the psychiatrist still kicking and moving and shaking. Karen, oh, no, that ain't her. Oh, I called the wrong name. Marie Corey. She might be talking to Marie for her next, because, no, that ain't her name. Hold on. Candace DeLong, that's her name. I'm sorry, y'all. She might be talking to Miss Candace to get ready. Let me tell you something. She can't raise her child. He's being raised by another woman. Yep. And he would know that woman as mommy if the daddy don't tell. That's some cool. I can't. I'm gonna send my prayers to her. That's the weirdest thing. She might be talking to Candace. I'm gonna tell you something. She might be on that show, or she might end up being on For My Man and on Fatal Attraction. I'm telling y'all now. So get ready for 2027. Sakina Thompson will be talked about. That girl life gonna be told on that show. They gonna interview the family. I'm trying to tell you what I know. I've seen it too many times before. And if I were her family, the victim's family, I would talk about her all the time. You got justice, but it don't mean you can't bring awareness. And that's something that I want people to understand, because it's a lot going on where it's a fighting culture, and yeah, it's a lot with that. And I agree to that. All right, y'all, I'm finna go and let my laptop rest. I will be back. I might talk about some. I'm gonna come back and talk about it. Why not? But I just want to let y'all know another thing I want y'all to pay attention to, and I want y'all to be wise when it comes to your Second Amendment. Your amendment rights are being threatened. So be mindful of what you do. A lot of our amendment rights are being kind of poked at to be thrown away. So make better choices. Make life-changing choices. Don't put yourself in a position to where you miss out on your freedom. You missing your family. If you have children, you're taken away from them. Don't put yourself in those situations. Because I've said before and I say it again, as long as you are Black, and I know y'all look at that man because he a felon, that don't mean to you because you are Black. I'm going to say it again, you are Black. Somebody tried to argue with me about it. It's not a race. Shut the fuck up. You're Black. Okay? All right? You're Black. You can sit at them tables, but you will never get an equality the same as they get at them tables because they don't want you to. You're Black. So always remember when y'all giving these scenarios, and they're great scenarios, but put it to where let's be for real, because they're black. Yes, the white man gonna get off. That's just the truth. But it don't always work. OJ was the only black person I heard got off on something like that. You understand me? Be mindful. If it's not going to matter to you in 10 years, don't sweat it. I learned that shit ain't gonna matter. I don't care. Okay. If it's not going to affect your money within the next 10 years, don't worry about it. Your health, why are you worried about it? If it's going to affect your health to where it puts you in a position you shouldn't be, let that go. You don't have time. Okay. People drop it like flies, and time is precious. Don't waste your time on what don't matter. Okay. When you look back and you realize you waste your time on what that don't matter, you're going to be upset. And plus, you don't want to come back here. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Enjoy life. Enjoy your holiday. Like I said, stay positive. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Protect your peace. Say it one more time. Protect your damn peace. Okay? All right, we're getting ready for the new year. And always remember, as I tell y'all before, what you give out is what you give back. All right? I'll see y'all in the next live. I'll be live. Shoot, what time is it? I don't know. I've been live like 4 times. I'm going to talk more about this because I want to keep having discussions, and I want to bring people on the panel. I'll see y'all at 7:30. We're going to do Tammy and Mr. Carlos King, the originator, the producer. We're going to talk about Miss Tammy Rivera and how she had to protect her peace and do the healing. I think it's very important after this live. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you was interested, please meet me here at 7:30. I want to thank y'all, and I want to keep having this conversation because I want to break it down. I'm going to keep looking at some stuff and break it down. We can have a conversation, and I will be back tomorrow about Miss Baker. I'm gonna look up some more with that. If you are in Florida, you my Florida family, if you know anything about Miss Lola Gay, please send that to me. Inbox me. Please. Golly. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you later. Tampa just get on my nerves. Hillsborough County.
Roman on 7 days, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I take it, things and make them multiply. If this world was mine, I take your enemies in front of God.